Good defense. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Oh, oh, oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. Welcome back to another player ability, y'all. Today we have one of our last players of the year, and it is of course going to be none other than Tage Thompson. Let's not waste any of y'all time. Let's hop right into how to make this build for y'all. Let's get it. Now, to recreate Tage Thompson in ESHL, I mean, I'm sure we're probably all on the same wavelength of what archetype we have to use, and that is of course a power forward. We are able to use his actual height and weight, which is 6'6", 220 pounds. He does of course shoot right-handed, and abilities and boosts we will come back to as always. Now, first for Tage Thompson's technique attributes, we're first of course just going to add 5 to speed, because of course he is a pretty fast skater for his size. I mean, being 6'6", 220 pounds, there's only so much speed we're going to be able to give him, of course, so that's why he only has 87. I would maybe want to get that to like 89, maybe 90 at the very max, but I felt like 87 was kind of the best that we could do for ESHL purposes without completely tanking his balance and strength and everything like that. So then we're just going to add 2 to balance and 1 to agility, because he is also a pretty agile skater as well, especially for his size. Then we're just going to simply take 1 off wrist shot accuracy and 3 off slap shot accuracy as well. Next, for Tage Thompson's power attributes, we're simply just going to add 4 to acceleration, because like I said, he is a pretty fast skater, but I just kind of wanted to give him attributes in other areas, so I couldn't quite give him +5 to his acceleration, unfortunately. Then we're just going to add 2 to wrist shot power, add 3 to slap shot power, and add 1 to puck control. Then of course take 5 off endurance, because like I always say with most of these players, I am just not focused on showing off the endurance for most of them. After that, for Tage Thompson's playstyle attributes, we of course are going to add 5 to passing, because he's a remarkable passer. Then we're going to add 1 to body checking, 2 to stick checking, and 1 to defensive awareness. Then just simply take 3 off your offensive awareness, because I was just kind of trying to balance like his offensive and defensive awareness as much as I possibly could and kind of get them as close as I possibly could together. And this was the best way that I found to do that, while obviously also making him good at defense, a great passer, along with those other things as well. Then for tenacity attributes, like with most of these players, we're just going to add 5 to hand-eye, of course add 5 to strength. Then we're going to take 5 off shot blocking and 1 off durability as well. And finally, for Tage Thompson's tactic attributes, he is of course a center now, but unfortunately his face-off percentage is not that great, but I am going to give him a little bit of leeway simply because he was a wing before, so he's at least decent for somebody who's going from wing to center, of course. Now, he has been in that center role for a bit of time with the Sabres now, so I'm only going to give him 88 faceoffs, because of course there's no way I can justify giving him 90 faceoffs, but of course he's a remarkable stick handler, so we of course are going to add 5 to his deking as well. Then we're just going to add 2 to discipline, and we're just simply going to take 5 off fighting skill as well, because Tage Thompson is just not a fighter like that. Now, going back to abilities, for Tage Thompson's zone ability, of course, there is really 1 of 2 abilities that you can choose to use here that would be most accurate for Tage Thompson, because, I mean, he can lay down the body, he can crash the crease, he can take slap shots off the rush and everything like that. But of course, Unstoppable Force or Big Rig are going to be one of the 2 that fit him best. Now, ultimately, when kind of reading over these, you know, ability to hold on the puck when off balance and ability to kind of driving the puck and be able to protect the puck better when driving the net, I felt like Big Rig just represented Tage Thompson a little bit better, because he is really, really talented, especially kind of using that offhand, being able to kind of hold off the defender, which is exactly what Big Rig does, and I feel like that's just a little bit more accurate for Tage Thompson for his zone ability. Then for Tage Thompson's superstar abilities, like with most of these players, there's literally a plethora of different abilities that you could give him and it would be accurate. If you wanted to give him Unstoppable Force and Big Rig, you of course could go with that, but I feel like that is almost kind of pointless. If you have one, there isn't really too big of a need for the other, so I am going to go with Puck on a String for his first one. Reason being, he's a remarkable stick handler, and yes, his deking and puck control is pretty decent for attribute wise, but I just felt like Puck on a String was the perfect ability to kind of show off his stick handling as well. And for his second one, I wanted to kind of give him some kind of shooting one. I decided maybe make it snappy, maybe snipe, something like that. But ultimately, I mean, if you've seen Tage Thompson play, he has an absolute rocket of a one-time shot. So I feel like it's only right that we gave him 1T for his second ability. And finally, for Tage Thompson's boost for his first one, we are of course going to give him controlled passing, because like I said, he's a remarkable passer. 85 passing just felt way too low for him, and especially because we were not able to give him a passing ability either. I just felt like we had to get his passing as high as we possibly could, but we are also going to give him control deking, because same thing with deking. I mean, I felt like that attribute was just a little bit low. Even though we were able to give him puck on a string, I just kind of wanted to get his deking as high as possible, because he's a remarkable stick handler, especially for his size. This is how we recreated Tage Thompson right here in ESHL. Let's hop right into game one and show y'all the absolute destruction that we are able to cause on this build. Let's get it.
Here we are, fellas, hopping into game one with one of the Premier League's goal scorers, or League's premier goal scorers now. Wow, absolutely fumbled the shit out of my words for a second. But of course, Tage Thompson putting up damn near 40 goals in each of the past 4 seasons. Of course, with 38 in 21-22, then 47 in 22-23, then a bit of a down year in 23-24, only with 29. But when you have just about 30 goals and it's a down year for you, I mean, I think that's pretty safe to say that you are a hell of a player. But then, of course, he picked up right where he left off this year with 44 goals in this past season. So just absolutely remarkable. And like I said, there's a reason why he has earned that title of one of the best goal scorers in the league right now. Now, of course, Tage Thompson growing up was always around hockey, being that his dad did play in the NHL as well. He was literally just always around hockey, born into hockey, and no matter what, it was said that no matter what toy or anything like you bought him, gave him, he would just always manage to just go and just find the hockey stick, and that would still be his toy of choice regardless of what you gave him. Now, his dad growing up as well was a bit of a journeyman when he was in the NHL, so he did move around constantly. Then after his time as a journeyman, he did become a coach, so just kind of constantly moving around for Tage Thompson and his family as he was growing up. But you know, like I said, that did not stop him. It did not stop his love for hockey and just being the absolute best hockey player that he could be, regardless of where he lived or what team he was playing on, because of where he lived. Oh my fuck. Thank you. Holy shit. About fucking time we got one to go in. Now, of course, with that being our first goal, that reminds me of our challenge for this one, which is, of course, to replicate Tage Thompson's biggest feat so far in his NHL career, which is, of course, a 5-goal game, which is not going to be an easy feat to accomplish whatsoever, but we already have 2, and we are still in the first period, so we are on great pace so far. Here we are, fellas, hopping into the second period with this Tage Thompson build. We're on great pace. Let's see if we can make it 3 right here. Yup. Oh, never mind. Goalie read that shit like a book. My fucking bad. Fuck me, that's my bad. I tried to reverse at him. That's completely on me. Now, growing up, Tage Thompson was referred to as Bambi on ice, and you would definitely not think that because, you know, he really is such a great skater now. But if you were to know that growing up, you know, he was just kind of course, now he's 6'6" and he's completely done growing, but when he was younger, he would kind of just hit these random growth spurts. So he would get super comfortable with his size, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, he would be like 3 to 4 inches taller and have to relearn literally like all his movement and get used to everything again, which just kind of made it really uncomfortable for him and made it really hard for him to just stay consistent with everything. Oh yeah, oh no, a pass. Oh yeah, there we go. What a play by Tage Thompson. I had to get the back door there because I've been shooting the puck a lot this game and they are way ready for it. Nice defense. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Oh, what a dot. Oh, here we are, fellas, hopping into the third period, and we were on super good pace for our challenge, but then that definitely has not been the case until right now, and we are right back on pace, because if we just score 2 goals in the rest of this third period, just like that, we have a challenge complete. That one right there, of course, looking like the absolute rocket that Tage Thompson shot, which was the hardest shot of the StatCast era. Maybe that was looking more like it, because I think it actually missed the net, but it was also a one-timer. But that's besides the point. He shot a shot literally 106 miles per hour, which is absolutely mind-blowing. That Chara was shooting like 109 in the skills competition, 108, 109 in the skills competition, and Tage Thompson literally shot a 106 mile an hour one-timer in an NHL game, like a live game. That is just absolutely insane, and I don't know how that's not more impressive. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I'll take... Hey, I don't know how the goalie lost that and shit, but I will absolutely take it 110%. No. Nice defense. Oh, never mind. Wow, that is absolutely insane. 2 goals in 4.5 minutes is absolutely doable, right? Right? Ew, okay, Tanner. He said, hold up, I put the team on my back. Greg Jennings, though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go, baby. There's 4 for Tage. Let's fucking go, boys. Fuck me. Damn it. That sucks. Oh yeah, let's go, baby. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like that, we have a challenge complete. Let's fucking go, fellas. Hold on. Oh, nice. Just love that. That's definitely what I wanted to do. Oh. Okay, wow.
An absolutely phenomenal first game from the boys, and especially this Tage Thompson build. As you see, we of course did complete our challenge with 5 goals and 3 assists for 8 out of our 8 points. Just an absolutely remarkable first game. So let's hop right into game 2, where we will try and complete the challenge not once but twice, and of course just more assists, more absolutely beautiful plays from this Tage Thompson build. Let's get
Here we are, boys, hopping into game 2 with the 26th overall pick in the 2016 NHL draft. And of course, we are still talking about none other than the man himself, Tage Thompson. And like I said, in this game, we are going to be looking for much of the same. Hopefully another 5-goal game if we possibly could. That'd be super cool. But in the event that we can't, you know, it's okay, because the goalie just absolutely read the shit out of that. Cool. Nice. Oh, cool. I forgot that we didn't have a goalie. I can't lie. Then, of course, on July 1st, 2018, Tage Thompson was traded from St. Louis Blues to the Buffalo Sabres, along with Patrick Berglund, Vladimir Sabaka, St. Louis's first-round pick in 2019 or 2020 NHL draft, and St. Louis's second-round pick in 2021 for Ryan O'Reilly. And at the time, this was thought to be like a crazy, like terrible trade for Buffalo. But I mean, at the end right now, it's actually kind of looking like a pretty solid deal for Buffalo, because Tage Thompson is turning out to be a hell of a player. And after kind of fluctuating throughout the Buffalo lineup for a bit, in 2020, he needed season-ending surgery, unfortunately. For most players, this would be seen as an absolute negative, you know, going down with shoulder surgery and missing the rest of the season. It would just be absolutely devastating for a lot of people. And of course, you know, I'm not saying Tage was happy about it, but most players don't have such a positive impact from an injury like this, like Tage Thompson did. All right, here we are, fellas, hopping into the second period, where truthfully, I absolutely was selling the shit out of the bag in that first period. But in this second period, we're going to be doing much of the same, because as you see, I had a perfectly good play there, and I just completely missed the net because I think that dude hit me, and now they're winning. So as you see, it's going to be much of the same. But in all seriousness, though, of course, like I said, with Tage Thompson coming off of that shoulder injury... Thank you. We finally got him to bite, and we actually shot it after he bit this time. Holy. After this shoulder injury, Tage Thompson put on weight, which is one of the big things that kind of, I'm not going to say really was holding him back, but when he put on this weight, it definitely allowed him to use his body and use his size a lot more than he already was, so it was certainly a benefit to him. Let's go, Tanner. Let me see something here, kid. Nice play. Nice goal. And not only that, but he did start out as a winger, of course, but Buffalo decided to give him a try as a center. And of course, as we all know now, he is a remarkable center. So this was probably one of the best decisions that Buffalo could have made for Tage Thompson. No way, that missed. Bang, there we go. Thank you, Cheeks, for setting me up with that one, because holy shit am I throwing right now. Go. Nice. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm throwing right now. Holy shit. Here we are, fellas, hopping into the third period with this Tage Thompson build, where we, of course, need to do two things. One, get a hat trick in this third period so we secure the challenge in not one, but 2 games. And there is a beautiful start to this one. That is 3 out of our 5 goals. And number 2, of course, being talk about our player build rankings. Boo, dickhead. You thought I was going to shoot that? Guess what? I probably could have, but either way, it's still a goal. Now, for this Tage Thompson build, he will not be coming in our top 5. So, if you do want to see the most recent top 5, make sure you click here, though, to check that out. Nice. Drop pass it. Yes, great drop pass. What an absolute beautiful play there from Cheeks. But Tage Thompson is actually going to be coming in as probably the lowest build that we've had on our player build rankings in quite some time, and he is going to be coming in at number 17, unfortunately. Now, don't get discredited by that, because there is 40 builds that we have done this year, which is just absolutely insane to say. But, of course, out of 40 builds, I mean, he's still in the top 20. But, you know, I just couldn't really get him higher than that, and there's a few reasons for that. First one being is, of course, his speed is just a little bit of a liability. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's number 5. That's going to complete the challenge. Let's tell y'all real quick, though, why this build is, of course, at number 17. But, of course, he's a little bit slow, which he's a bit of a liability because of that, which I know he does make up for in size, which is nice at times for sure. But there is also just times where I just wish this build was a little bit faster, and I wish Tage Thompson was a little bit faster. Also, since he was a wing for a good portion of his life, I mean, he's not the greatest at face-offs, so he, of course, does not have 90 face-offs, which does hurt this build a little bit in the long run, of course, being that he is a center once again. And overall, this build just feels decent, like everything. Decent shot, decent passing, decent skating. The only thing it really feels great in is, of course, you know, strength and kind of holding picking people off the puck, stuff like that. Just literally everything you could really expect from like a power forward slash Tage Thompson in that sense. But like I said, you know, compared to some of these other builds, he just does not have as much to offer, unfortunately. There is still a lot to like about this build. He has a remarkable one-time shot. I mean, we have 10 goals in 2 games with this build, so you know that this build can score goals at will if you really want to. Then, of course, you know that the skating is very smooth in terms of agility, stick handling, kind of just keeping the puck on your stick, everything like that. You know this build is pretty much second to none in terms of that. But like I said, there was just a few other things that were unfortunately holding this Tage Thompson build from just being a bit higher on our list. Oh, cool. Nice. Love that. Nice play. Thank you, Cheeks. Oh, no. What a save. Go, Cheeks, go. Your world, kid. Skate it in. Let's go, baby. Another absolutely remarkable game from the boys. As you see, we had 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 out of our 11 points once again on this Tage Thompson build. I mean, 10 goals in 2 games, 16 points in 2 games. Literally, what more could you possibly ask for from this Tage Thompson build? But that is, of course, how we recreated Tage Thompson right here in ESHL. If you did enjoy this video and you are enjoying the series, please feel free to drop a like, comment any other players you want to see me recreate in ESHL down below, and sub with notice on so you don't miss your favorite players in the future. I greatly appreciate you boys watching. Hope to see y'all boys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.